Hello, I'm Kelly Moore, and today I'm going to be talking to you about whether or not millennials are present in your church. The question today is, where have all the millennials gone? First of all, millennials are those born between the 1980s and 2000, and is often regarded in the church today as, are the millennials present in the church? Do you go to ministry? Do you have a church home? If you were to think about it, what age group is most represented in your church? Are there more people over 50 in your church? Are there just babies in your church? What is the vision for your ministry? Are you reaching out to the millennials? If the age group that's most present in your church is 16 to 35, which are the current millennials, then you're on the right track to preparing your church for the future. But if not, there's a serious question that must be answered. I have talked to those who have millennials present in their churches, and they will tell you that having them there is not always as easy as it seems. Churches and ministries, they want to have millennials in the church because they bring a freshness, they bring an attitude, they bring ideas that are not always there from the older generation. But with the millennials will come the baggage that comes with them. We know that millennials are part of the technology age. They love their cell phones. They love social media. They love quick, fast, and in a hurry information. And so, therefore, they're not always as patient to wait things out and see things through. They're also very loud. They love their music. They love a drama and theater in the ministry. And so if they go to a ministry that has not yet transformed into this 21st century type of church atmosphere, then they're quick to leave, which is another facet of millennials. They're not very committed to things for a long period of time. So there are some key objectives that you will need to use in order to reach Generation H. First, you need to have music. In the past, churches would have very quiet settings. They read hymns. But for to this day and age, if you're trying to reach Generation X, which is another name for millennials, you need to have some music. You also may need to have a little theater or a little drama. Sometimes the one-on-one preaching all the time will not reach them, and they will need to see things in action. They will need to see people acting out those things on which you have been teaching them on Sundays. So every now and then have a little skit, have a little role play where you show the people this is what happened in the Bible, or this may be what's happening with you right now, and this is how you can overcome it. Get a band, get a live band. If you can't have all of that music, I would encourage adding one part at a time. First adding a piano, then drums, maybe some acoustics, have some worship leaders. As this age goes on, the millennial age really looks forward to their music. They look forward to their worship. We love our music. Another suggestion would be to have some transparency in the church. Millennials, it seems as if they can sift out those who are trying to hide or cover up those things going on. So it's best to be transparent in the ministry. Let them know this is where the funds are going. These are the things that we plan on doing. We're also not perfect. We're working together. So this would be a great way to get to know them. Millennials are less concerned with the do's and don'ts of Christianity that we used to see so prevalent in the church. We were so used to don't do this, don't do that. But millennials are not concerned with the do's and don'ts now. This is more of a grace generation, and they want to hear more about the love of Jesus and the love of Christ. They don't want to hear so much as don't have sex before marriage, don't fornicate. And we know that these are principles that must be taught. But to reach them, I think we have to depend more on the spirit realm of reaching them through love, getting to know them, developing a relationship with them. And from there, I believe that they will be convicted and their hearts will turn, and they will not desire to do the things that they may have desired done in the past. Millennials are more than willing to serve. If you talk with them, they want to participate in their church. They want to be active in their ministry. They want to do the things to help build up their church. But there will be a cost, and they have to feel as if they're needed. They have to feel as if they're wanted. So you have to utilize the gifts that they have, which may be their technology and their social media, but put them in those different departments, because the millennials, they're there, but they need to be used. And for my closing statement, we must reach the millennials. I myself am 28, and I understand that this is a low area in the ministry, in my own ministry, and across the board. We must reach out to them because they are the future. We are the future right now. We hold the keys to the next generation preaching the gospel. So I encourage all of you, if you don't see millennials in your church, reach out to them.